So what is cross training? The term comes from sports, actually, and with athletes or other sports people training in different disciplines to develop the muscles, different muscles in different ways. And there's an image I like to use. If you're going hill walking, you're walking all the time, but when you're going uphill, you're using muscles differently to when you're going downhill. And you know how when you're coming downhill, the knees take most of the strain. So cross training is looking at training the muscles in different ways so that the whole voice is evenly available to the performer in that moment of performance. There's a difference between crossover and cross training. With crossover, as an opera singer, you can maybe sing a musical theatre number or a jazz standard, but you're still going to sound classical, really. With cross training, you learn about all the different, what you can change. If you look, there's a larynx and there's a vocal tract here behind me. So we learn in cross training what we can alter to change the sound, which muscles we can then, and how we can adjust the muscles to produce different sounds. Because the voice is unlike any other instrument, we can sound like lots of different instruments. And there are certain types of sound that you make in one genre that you wouldn't in another. So multi-genre voice work is what I had always called what I was doing. And then this buzzword came up. There's not much literature about it. People are beginning to research it now. And in the Journal of Singing from NATS, over the years, there have been articles about cross-training, and there are several books now that include information about it. We'll look at all that in the talk as well. We'll look at, as I said, the different parts that we can adjust. We'll look at the different characteristics of lots of different musical styles. So the participants will get an overview of what is required in different ways, and also some tools how you can approach teaching in a cross-training way. That's another important point, is keeping the voice healthy, because to sing in one style most of the time with certain habits, you're using the muscles in a very asymmetrical way, a one-sided way. And by using the cross-training tools, you can build the whole voice, activate all the different types of sound, all the different registers. You've got a whole instrument absolutely at your disposal for that creative moment on stage. And a lot of people, when they do cross-training, they're thinking about Western classical singing and musical theatre. But for me, cross-training involves using things from all sorts of different genres, not just classical and musical theatre, which have, as we will see in the course, quite a lot of similarities. Learning how to whisper with your voice, as well as to shout, as well as to make beautiful rounded sounds. And all that in one person. Another thing we'll be looking at is, what does the voice teacher need in order to teach in a cross-training way? Is giving people tools, but also giving them the direction that they can look in for more information. Got to listen in to what is the structure of this particular voice? Where is the problem? And what tool can I use to adjust? So it'd be theory plus practical involvement plus listening.